Hey guys, I'm sure you probably heard of Mother Jones. They're probably one of the most regressive news agencies out there. Just listen to their title of of their company, Mother Jones, right? Like, yeah, already I'm gonna be wary of the shit you write. Just like something called like Jezebel. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like it makes me think it's just like a bunch of women in that room writing, and when I see the writing come out, that's what it looks like. It looks like salon, and it's like obviously that could be fine if it's all women, but generally women have kind of a more left wing, feely type perspective on things. Not always, but generally. So, right away, you're kind of on your guard when you hear Mother Jones. But they recently wrote an article about. It was mostly about Base Stickman, that guy who hit one of the Antifa members over the head with a stick, which was, hilarious. The guy deserved it, like he was attacking somebody. It wasn't unprovoked, first of all, so I'm not condoning violence. But, but yeah, he made it pretty much a hit piece on these people. Granted, at the end, he kind of humanized Base Stickman a little bit, so I give him that. But, he was just pretty much flinging shit at a lot of people on the right, calling everybody far right, and this really ticked off like Dave Rubin, right? Because he read it and he's like, I'm on the far right, like what the fuck, he's like, man, this is liable. I'm going to like sue you. You better do a retraction. And I think they made a couple changes, but apparently it's not liable, so you can't sue him. You can't really do anything about it. But it's definitely like not good for your character to call somebody far right, right? And granted, it's kind of like the term racist nowadays. Like everybody's being called racist. It kind of loses its meaning a little bit. But to the average normie, when they hear the term far right, what they think of is like a Nazi, right? Or a religious zealot, like the Phelps family, right? So that's what they're thinking of. So right away, you know how people think, when they're like, oh, I'm not going to watch anything of this guy because I heard he's from the far right. So, you know what you're doing, right? And another thing is, this is one of the reasons why I was against that whole punch a Nazi thing, right? When you're labeling your competition, whatever, far right, like and then you're saying it's okay to punch Nazis, it's okay to do this, then you're the one who's advocating violence. This is why everybody's making a big deal about the left wing, you know, like promoting violence. Like this whole Julius Caesar play is bullshit. Don't believe in that shit. That Laura Loomer girl is a money grubbing whore, and this specific one is bullshit. And you shouldn't support this girl, whatever you do. And watch my other video on her if you want to go more into detail. But yeah, don't support this girl, and don't support this Jack Prasadic guy either, because they're not going to help, right? And people like Mother Jones and whatever, they're going to pounce on people like that, and then they're going to make you all look worse, make us all look worse because of it. So yeah, shun these people, disassociate themselves. But back to what I was talking about. Yeah, they labeled Dave Rubin as far right, and now he's justifiably angry because that's going to turn a lot of viewers away from you who may have considered listening to you if they read Mother Jones, where honestly a lot of these print news agencies are losing more and more power every day. So how many people even read that, right? I don't know. He may have given it more attention by bitching about it, honestly, right? But whatever, right? It's already done. But yeah, I'm definitely against, like, it wouldn't bug me as much as being mislabeled far right or whatever if people weren't actively asking to, for people to attack you or condoning violence against you, right? Like, then it'd be like, okay, whatever, you call me far right, blah 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 blah. But another thing within this article is you see they're really trying to attack the monetary sources of these people, because they're talking about GoFundMe and PayPal, and how how they did like reject some people. but then they're pretty much talking about Patreon, right, mostly, and how, you know, that one is hosting a lot of people. So you're gonna see, like, they're trying to get people to put pressure on Patreon, be like, hey, you're hosting white nationalists, you're holding far right people, get them off. So, you know, it's another way to take away their money, right? Because if you go to YouTube, everybody's being demonetized. Everybody, like, the majority of my videos are immediately not even, like, I can't even monetize them, right? It's not, they're not even demonetized, like, under review, like, I can't monetize them at all. And this is the case for a lot of people who are making a lot of money with ads. Now they are dependent upon stuff like Patreon and their sites or whatever. Like, some people have to make sites, like this Base Stickman. He's been booted from all those things, so he had to make his own site, and now people can donate and can sell T-shirts or whatever. But yeah, they're attacking the money source of these people, and they even mentioned Bitcoin, saying that Bitcoin is revenue for or a money source of the alt-right. It's like that's what they use. It's like, come on, really? Like, you're gonna demonize Bitcoin now? It's like, although I can see that, right? You know, a lot of these news agencies are part of multinational corporations who are invested in fiat currency, and, you know, and like the currency of their country and stuff like that. So when you have Bitcoin, another monetary source coming in here, now that's no longer going to be subject to, like, inflation of your country, and, like, you know, it's different money that they no longer have control over, right? So of course, like, Mother Jones doesn't have it, but they're a part of a multinational corporation, and a multinational corporation, you know, lobbies and affects the government, and, you know, the government does pretty much anything these corporations want to do. And the only reason they do that is because the government has too much power, right? When you can just lobby, and throw money at individuals in positions of power with large amounts of power, they're going to abuse it. We're all people, we're all human, we're all corruptible. So to assume just some smart people at the top are going to not fuck us over is stupid, right? But yeah, I'm kind of losing my whole track here, but yeah, you know, in the end, fuck Mother Jones, you know. Don't read this trash. Like, the only reason I read this was because of this whole type of drama right now, but other than that, like, you know, if you're gonna read them, use like a proxy site, and don't give them any ads. Don't give them revenue, you know, because it's only a matter of time. 5, 10 years, probably sooner, like, a lot of these stations will just crumble, right? And it's on the way. Like, I was just reading today, just the National Post in Canada, now they're cutting down, like, how many days they're going to release the news. It's like, now it's going to be 4 out of 7 days a week. It's like, you know, they can't even give you the news every day anymore. You know, they have too much overhead. It costs too much to do what they do, and they get scooped by the alternative media all the time. Because if somebody can just make a video like that, knows a situation like that, they don't have to go into a boardroom and create a narrative, and, okay, everybody, you just do this. So that takes some time. So yeah, they get scooped all the time, and it's going to keep happening. And, you know, as long as we don't have stupid people like this Laura Luma girl and whatever doing stupid shit, and we don't have people on the right supporting her like Gavin and Stéphane Molyneux, like, I like these guys, I agree with a lot of their stuff, but on this, no, of course not. Like, maybe I'm missing something on this, but from what I've seen so far, it's like, this is not something you should support of what she's doing. And now it's like, there was some other guy doing it just recently. I think some other guy stormed the stage. It's like, no, you're making us look fucking bad. And it's not even like we're using their same tactics. Like, we're stopping a play that is not calling for the assassination. Like, you're just offended by the sight of it, whereas it's not advocating for the assassination, you know. And it's like, you showing the clips, if you're afraid that people are going to get radicalized by seeing clips, you're just showing the clips, and maybe they will get radicalized from that, you know. I don't think they will, but, like, just stop pushing this. You're not going to help. You're honestly not going to help, because people are going to use this situation to later on smear you in the future. So, you know, step back. But if you like my content, subscribe, and have a great day.